Here's a question. Who's ever thought they could be a professional road racer? Now the Tour of Britain road racing starts this week. By chance, stage 1 and stage 2 are just down the road from me. So I've decided to take this opportunity to answer that question. Could I be a pro? And that's the unique thing about professional road racing, is that they ride on the same roads that we can. So we can compare ourselves to the professionals and see just how good they are. So the plan is this: I'm going to ride stage 2. At the end, I'm going to compare my ride to Remco, to G, and also the person that finishes last on stage 2. Because I'm not deluded, I'm not going to compare myself to the person that wins. But how far am I off the person that finishes last? Now I need some rules, clearly. First off, there's no cafe stop for me. I can't stop for coffee and cake. The professionals don't do that. But they also have soigneurs assisting them with providing with their fuel and hydration. So I am going to allow myself to stop during this race. And so I'll use my time riding as the comparison, not the total overall time. I'll keep my stops to the minimum, but the fact that it's 107 miles, I will need to stop every so often and just get some more water, etc. I've obviously got a disadvantage that I'm not going to have the roads closed for me, but it is what it is. Now I've not got a domestique, so I'm going to treat myself as if I'm in the breakaway and I'm out the front the entire ride. So by the end of this ride, hopefully I can answer the question, could I be a professional? And there might be one or two of you that might take this opportunity as well and do the same, either on stage 2 or one of the other stages that might be near you. And if you do, I'd love to hear how close you get. How far off are you? Could you be a pro? Let's go.
Please welcome onto the stage, enthusiast. Riding their 15th home tour, Enthusiast Grenadiers have taken 20 stage wins in the Lloyd's Tour of Britain since 2010, but have won the race just once overall back in 2013 with Sir Bradley Wiggins. All eyes might be on Geraint as he finishes his racing career in Cardiff on Sunday. I am so proud to introduce Geraint Thomas.
Tell you what, I'm absolutely buzzing off that. Just seeing the coaches and the team cars with all the bikes. For a person who loves cycling, just seeing that, it's like, it's just awesome. I'm lost for words. I just absolutely loved it. Going watching the team presentations as well. Brilliant atmosphere and so close up to all the teams. If you're into your cycling, you've never been to a proper event, I highly recommend you give it a go. Appreciate we're not a Tour de France, but this is a Tour of Britain. It's just around the corner. You've got a gold medalist cycling here. You've got a Tour de France winner. You've got Julian Alaphilippe, an absolute legend of the sport, just within literally touching distance. I am absolutely buzzing. Right, so I've watched them set off from Stowmarket. What I'm going to do now is I've got a map of the route. I'm going to head about halfway over just to catch him again. I'd love to be here for the finish as well, but unfortunately I've got a few responsibilities that I've got to take care of. But I'm going to get a little bit more of the event in and just have a brilliant time watching and listening, and then tomorrow we ride it ourselves. Good morning. So stage 2, the Tour of Britain. Here we go. So the stage has started and finished in Stowmarket. I've chosen not to do that just purely because of the distance from the house. So I've started from Stow by Nayland, which is just a short drive away, just to reduce the time scale. But still doing the full distance, 107, 108 miles. But when I first came up with this idea, I thought, this is brilliant. Get to compare myself to the pros. What can be better? I don't know what I was thinking, but I hadn't thought about the fact that they actually ride quite long distances, and they ride those at some impressive speeds. I think I was thinking I'd be doing like a 30 to 50 mile ride, not 107 miles. But it is what it is, and it still allows me to compare myself to the pros, which I'm looking forward to, just to see that comparison. So I do have to make another admission. Now, I've deliberately not seen the times of any of the riders. However, on the day, they provide you with a program so you can plan what you're going to watch at the event. With that, I did see what time they anticipated the finish would be happening back in Stowmarket. I'm not the best mathematician, but the amount of time that I saw, that's not anywhere near what times I'll be riding today. So I think this is going to be a bit of a humbling experience. Well, we'll see. So 9 miles in and I'm just entering Hadley. Love Hadley, beautiful town. What I'm struggling with a little bit at the minute and what I'm a little bit nervous about is pacing myself. A number of my rides are commutes to work. They're about 20 miles and quite often I have to ride a little bit faster than perhaps I'd like to when I'm running a little bit late or I've got something on that evening. And because they're only 20 miles as well, I know I can put a lot of effort in and be okay. But what I find is when I then get to a ride where I actually need to pace myself or I want to take it easy, I naturally go fast. Oh yeah, here's Greg's. Miss you. So if anyone's watched some of my previous videos, you might have noticed that I'm shooting in a few different angles today. That's because I contradicted the point I made in one of my previous videos about just needing, about being calm, just getting one camera, and I've gone and got myself another. I couldn't resist. So I got myself the DJI Osmo 360. This is my first ride with it. Just playing around. Hopefully it catches some good angles, because if not, I've wasted a 100-mile ride. But I'll release a video very soon, just showing where you can attach it to your bike, the kind of angles you can expect to get from it. And also I'll give my thoughts on whether it's actually worth getting in the first place. But certainly not sponsored. I spend my own money on it. So it will be a true review. It's funny. I think I must be really spoiled. I've been cycling along now for a little while and I've seen beautiful field, beautiful lane, one after the other. And eventually, I should capture this and share it. But one road after the other, one field after the other, they're all just beautiful. I feel I'm so blessed to be able to ride around the North Essex, Suffolk area. In my mind, it's pretty much a cyclist paradise. Just needs a few more hills just to vary up a little bit, and I'd say you got everything. Just a little mountain, perhaps in the middle, just to climb up once in a while, and then it would literally tick every box. So I'm an hour into the ride. I'm averaging 19 miles an hour at the minute. I do expect that to start dropping soon. I've actually only ridden 100 miles once this year. I normally do it about 4 or 5 times a year, maybe. To be honest, I think, in my mind, I view it as almost like the equivalent of a marathon. Therefore, I don't personally think you should be doing it too often. I think it takes a bit too much of a toll. So I like to save it for a special occasion, and this is certainly one of them. So I just wanted to interrupt this race for one moment, just so I could talk you through the bike I'm going to be riding for this challenge. Typical GCN style. First off, no big companies contacted me, giving me a free bike to ride in this race. I thought long and hard about what bike to ride for this race, then I realised I've only got one road bike, so I'll ride that. So let me talk you through what I've got. So this is the Giant Defy Advanced 3. Originally came with Tiagra, however I've changed the group set to the wheel top, and the wheels are Vel 50mm carbon wheels, bought about 4 years ago. I've got on them some nice Vittoria Corsa Next tyres. Would have gone for some GP 5000s, but I can't afford them. I've gone for a 32 on the rear and a 30 on the front. They're both tubeless. Flipping it around, I've got a Shimano 105 crank on this side, and that's because it's got a Stages power meter. Brakes are by a company called Oneri. Got them on for AliExpress for about 40 quid, and they're 4-piston hydraulic brakes. So far they seem alright, but I've got to be honest, I'm a little bit concerned about them because whilst there's a couple of ports here, it's not obvious how on earth you're actually supposed to bleed them. I looked on the instructions, I've gone online, and I can't work out what on earth I'm supposed to be doing on that one. But they do stop me, so it's all good. And rotors, I've gone for Riot ones. The reason I've gone for them is because I like the purple. Right, let's get back to the race. Right, so I'm on 54 miles, so that's bang on halfway. Elapsed time is 3 hours and 4 minutes. I've probably been riding for about 10 minutes less than that with faffing around with cameras, etc. But I'll find out at the end of the ride. I was feeling quite good, but I've got to be honest, I've had a relentless headwind now for a while, and it started to beat me up a little bit. I'm praying that soon I turn and get out of this, because yeah, it's been relentless for about the last 15 miles or so. Okay, I've just pulled over just for a quick minute to sort out the cameras and have a quick refreshment stop. I'm 70 miles in, so I've got 37, 38 miles left to go, and I've been riding for 3 hours and 45 minutes. And I chose this point to stop because this is the time that the fella that came last finished the race. So I've still got 37, 38 miles to go, and they've all finished. It's a very humbling experience. Clearly I knew I was not going to be able to be competing with the professionals. That's not what the point of this was. But just to be able to see for myself the speed that those guys go, it's just phenomenal. It really is. I'm hoping that I'll finish in about 2 hours time. If I do, I'll be really happy with that. I can't lie, my legs are feeling it. The headwind was battering me for quite a while there, and I haven't actually done this distance all that much this year, and I'm clearly paying the price for it. My legs are feeling a bit tired. I'm definitely slowing down. I've got 1 bar left, I've not got much water left, so I'm gonna have to find a shop, just get some emergency supplies, maybe some jelly babies just to get me through the last leg. But yeah, been brilliant, and it's amazing to see and be able to compare myself to the pros. If you're a young rider and you've got those ambitions to one day make it pro, get yourself out here and have a go. Just show yourself exactly where you are in comparison and what you need to get to. It's highly recommend it, and just for anyone else that's just into cycling themselves, just to ride the roads that they've ridden, and maybe compare yourself on a segment or two. It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The joy of cycling. Right, I'm going to get my cameras fixed up in a different position. I'm going to get the last few miles done. Wish me luck and pray for me. So, 20 miles to go. Thank the Lord. It's been a great ride, but my word, it's been a challenge. When I do these distances normally, they're more about endurance, whereas I have tried to go a little bit faster than normal today. And then with that headwind as well, I'm paying the price of it. But great day, great day. And I could be at work, and here I am in a place like this. So I have to remind myself of that and be grateful. I'm desperately in need of a shop, desperately. I've been trying to conserve the last little bit of water for too long, to be honest with you. It's not ideal. I know the route goes through Sudbury, so there's definitely shops there. I would have hoped I would have passed something a little bit earlier than that. It's not ideal. Yeah, I could also do some emergency jelly babies or something, just give me that little little motivation, little perk up. Just give me that little perk just to finish the ride, little encouragement. I'm sure I'll get one at some point. Thank you for watching today, I do appreciate it. I hope it's inspired some of you to give it a go, get out there. You don't have to do the full route. You could just do a shortened version. You don't even have to do this route at all. Just might be a little motivation, just get out on your bike anyway, regardless. Okay, let's get our head down and get this done. So last 10 miles, feeling good on that critical wave of a second wind. Looking forward to the ride being over now a little bit, but it's been a great day. Looking forward to seeing my time, comparing it to the pros and to others. So I'm just gonna hit it as hard as I can. I'm not gonna bother stopping. I'll run on the fumes. I'll reward myself at the end of the ride. Let's go. That's 5. Let's go. Re-entering Stoke by Nayland. That's where I started. I've got about a mile to go to the finish line. Whew, I can't wait. Here's the finish line. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't care what anyone says. I've earned this. Oh. Right then. I think I've just about recovered. I'm currently smashing back a very bizarre sausage roll. I don't even eat sausage rolls, but I was just that desperate for food and carbs. I just panicked in the shop. Got a Solero, got a random sausage roll, got a cake, and I've also got a sugary drink. Just absolutely smashed the shop, and I'm just consuming it all, and I need it. But great route, highly recommend it. Really enjoyed it, and yeah, just a great day, great day. So, give you some stats. Question is, could I be a pro? Well, no. Shock horror, I can't be. So I averaged, so just under 108 miles. I averaged 18.5 miles per hour, so I'm really happy with that. That's an incredible pace for me. I'm so happy that I did that. And that allowed me to finish the ride in 5 hours and 44 minutes, which again, I'm buzzing. If I do 100-mile rides, I normally aim for about 6 hours. So to do that little bit more and to get below the 6 quite comfortably, really happy. I've got the stats via ChatGPT. So stage winner, I can't pronounce his name. I'm so bad. Olaf is his first name. 3 hours and 44 was his finish time. So, all right, 2 hours below the winner. I'll take that for that distance. Finishing in the same time was both Remco and Geraint Thomas. So 2 hours behind Remco, a gold medal winner, and 2 hours behind a Tour de France winner. I'm good with that. I am good. I'm buzzing off it, to be honest. And then, next question though, and that was the big one. Compare myself to who finished last. And let's face it, to be on the World Tour, you're not a mug. You're not bad at riding a bike. Diego Urarte, I want to say. Forgive me if I've pronounced that wrong. So he came last, and he came last in 3 hours, 59 minutes and 55 seconds. I think they're being generous. I'd say that's 4 hours. So finished an hour and 44, 45 behind him, which again, I'll take. But what blows my mind is like the winner, the winner averaged 28.1 miles per hour for 107 miles. That's obscene. And then the lad that comes last, I mean, he's no mug, he averaged 26.5 miles per hour for 107 miles. Absolute phenomenal. You kind of, I'm going downhill, pushing it, and I'm reaching those speeds. These boys are in headwinds, on flats, on whatever, and that's their average. Absolute fantastic. But if you were thinking, how long would it take you? ChatGPT's helped me a little bit. It's insulted me a little bit. It reckons an amateur should be aiming for about 60 miles per hour. Whether they should or not, who knows? That's ChatGPT for you. But if you were to do it 60 miles per hour average, you're looking at about 7 hours and 51 minutes, which, to be honest, have a couple of stops. There were so many lovely pubs out there. Have a couple of stops, have a bit of lunch, have a couple of drinks, and you'll have a lovely day. Don't be a mug like me and just smash yourself and then go to the nearest convenience store to buy some random tut to get in them. You know, make a day of it, have a great time. That's what this is all about, isn't it? Right, I've contradicted myself multiple times in this video. I don't even understand what the point was, but I've had fun regardless. I hope you found it entertaining. Coming up, you might have noticed, I think I mentioned I've got a new camera and I've tried a few different angles. I'm going to edit tonight, praying hard that it actually comes off, because otherwise I might have to ride again. I'm going to do a video just showing you the types of angles that you can use that camera and the footage you can get from it. I'm not saying it, if you don't want one, don't get one, but it's just if you are curious, it might help you. And I do have an opinion on it that I will share with you. After that, I'm going on a 2-day gravel bike backpacking tour, which I've been looking forward to. I've been meaning to do for a couple of months and I haven't been able to do it. So just before the summer officially ends, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to get that done. So I'm going to get my bike ready, my gravel bike ready. It needs a bit of work. Pack it up. I'm going to do a test ride with all my bags on it, because I've never actually done it before, the old backpacking. So I'll do a test ride with it. And it's a Chinese bike, so there might be a bit of interest there in the process and what people's thoughts are with buying direct from one of the manufacturers in China. So we'll go through that. After that, I've then got the backpacking tour, which I can't wait for. It's the Wolf Way, for those in my area that might have heard of it. You can do it on a range of numbers of days, whatever pace. I'm time limited, so it's going to be 2 days, so it's going to be a bit of a slog, but it's one I've been wanting to do for a little while now, so I'm really excited to do that and excited to share it with you. So yeah, I'll leave it here. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.